Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is Nick, and a lot of you I'm sure have met Kyla, my wife. So we're here tonight hanging out, and I want to do a little bit of just sharing some tips for recruiting, just things that we've noticed, things that have been effective for us, and then also, if you guys do have any questions on your mind, feel free to go ahead and drop those in the comments below, and that way we can answer those while we're here on the call. And so, just starting off, just some tips on recruiting. Some things that I would recommend that you guys do. If you're thinking of who do I talk to and how do I do this, all right, I guess we're still here. So, don't have the best service here. I'll just go right into it, okay? Just some tips for you guys. So, I was talking with Brent tonight just about, what do we do, right? Because really the name of the game is recruiting if you want to build your team and talking to people. And so definitely recommend you guys reach out via phone, text, even Facebook message, and ask your friends. Just tell them, you can say something like this: I'm expanding my business, looking for a couple of key people to work with. Just wanted to ask who you know that might want to make extra money working from home. Or just curious who you know that might want to make extra money for free on social media. And that's a great kind of icebreaker way to open the door, get some conversation started. If they ask some questions, most people, they might not say right off the bat, well, me, what's it all about? But they may say, well, what's it all about? How does it work? And that's possibly them expressing some interest without coming forward and saying that, yeah, me, I want to do it. And so I think a great way also to get your friends involved is to ask them to do a referral post. Have all of your friends go to all your friends and say, hey, will you do a referral post for me? I focused on doing that tonight, and I got a couple referral posts going. I'll have one or two for tomorrow. A really great way just to start selling some product, get people involved. And what you want to do is obviously when that post sells product, let them know how many products it sold and try to get them to fulfill the orders, join your team, and to assume taking over that post. And so another thing I wanted to share was Nu Skin's doing business in 54 different countries, and so a lot of you guys are in Utah, some of you guys are in different parts of the country, but feel free to start recruiting outside of just your backyard. Okay, so we do have people still doing great sales with AP24 whitening toothpaste. And I just have a girl on my team who, she's back in New York. She sold 106 tubes just the other day with her first couple posts. She's never done anything like this before. She typically posts about her dog, and her family, what she's doing. And, she was able to sell a lot of product. And then with referral posts as well, I know that Kristen Golightly, she shared with me that she's been doing lots of referral posts, and she sold, 40 plus tubes just over the last week or so. And so that's a great way to, it's kind of a lower pressure way to talk to people, to have them do a referral post for you. Great way for you to sell product and then upgrade people that do that post for you to have them, join your team. So what do you want to share?
Yeah, I was just going to share kind of what he just said about referral posts. Kristen Golightly has been on a roll, and she did a referral post the other day and sold 40 tubes from that person's referral post. So you never know someone else's audience, which is something that I think is easy to assume, that every single person lives in Utah and every single person has heard of this, but that's not the case. So that's been awesome. And then for recruiting, Nick and I were talking the other night, and we're like, what are some really good ways that we can make recruiting a more natural thing? So we kind of came up with something that's been successful is starting a genuine conversation with people and do 3 unrelated business messages. Why are you laughing though?
Here's our dog. All right.
3 unrelated business messages unrelated to business messages before you say anything business related. So something like, hey, so-and-so, it's been so long. I see that your little girl just turned 3. How are things going for you? So bringing up something natural. Or I see that you just went to Europe. That must have been so much fun. Why were you in Europe? And just starting a natural conversation starts to genuinely lead to the flow of, well, what are you up to kind of thing. So I think that just helps it be more natural rather than just I know we've all done it, just spamming people with the business and the video and hoping they'll respond and hoping they'll join you. So I felt like that's been a lot more successful, is keeping it really natural and genuine.
Yeah, so a lot of us, in talking with a lot of people, a lot of people just have kind of a script of what they just blast out to people. Nice wig. This is my wig that I put on my head. So a lot of people, because obviously we have this sense of urgency where we want to sign someone up, we want to do some volume, we want to get things moving forward. And so our natural tendency is just to kind of blast them with our message and just get them to talk about the business right away. But what happens when you do that is people feel more like they're being hunted and more like you don't really care about them, you just care about yourself and making money in your business. And so when you guys reach out to somebody, ask about their family, ask about their life, ask about their job, that's you want to create a relationship with people. And then a real easy way to segue from there is just to say, hey, I wanted to reach out, wanted to catch up, but also, I wanted to talk to you about something that I'm working on. I'm expanding my business on social media, looking for some great people to work with. Just curious who that might be looking for a way to make extra money working from home. Or, you could do more of a direct invite and say, hey, just curious, share your story and say, hey, I've been working on my social media business and here's how it's gone for me so far. And, I think it'd be really fun for us to work together. Would you be open to learning about it? The first step is just to do a post about our whitening toothpaste. Just takes a couple minutes. And, most people are, make tens to hundreds of dollars just from their first couple posts. And so,
answer that question.
Okay, so we had a question. So you had a guy ask if it was a scam, needing advice to respond to comments like that. Definitely not a scam. So,
yeah, just say that. Just say it's not a scam.
No, it's not.
I've made money.
Yeah.
Let me show you how to do it super simple and easy, and I'll show you step by step how to do it.
Yeah, and I like what Renee just said. So when people know you care, they take what you say more seriously. So people don't really care about your success and your business. They don't really care, how much you know until they know how much you care. And so if you guys can reach out and just kind of create some kind of contact, some kind of rapport with them before you kind of pitch them on your business, and I think that's going to go a long way for you guys. And then another, just some tips as far as posting. What should you post? What should you say in your post? Because we have a lot of templates that say, I did one tonight for a referral post saying, who wants a free tube? Or, we have a lot of posts out there saying, join my team, make extra money. But we don't have a lot of posts out there right now where people are sharing how this business is affecting their life. And just so, just to share my story with you guys is that when I first got started doing this, my brother John, he came to me and he said, hey, I'm going to do Nu Skin. Here's how we're doing it. You should do it with me. And I just said, okay, cool, good luck. Hope that goes well for you. But, a few months later, he had gone to some events. He had, seen this on an international level. He had, such a bigger vision of what he was going to do. And he was talking about how he was going to have this life of freedom and travel and make millions of dollars and really live life on his terms. And that's what sold me, right? And so when you guys are posting, you want to talk about things that the prospect wants. So think about, who are you trying to attract into your business? Is it someone like you? Is it a stay-at-home mom? Is it a single mom that wants to make extra money? Are you more focused on, more entrepreneurial, aggressive kind of business people? And just think about what, with your post, make sure you're telling your story of how that's actually changing your life. So these products, talk about what they've done for you. Don't just post a picture of a tube of product and say, here's all the benefits, join my team. When you post a recruiting post, don't just say, hey, you can make money on social media. Say, in my first week, I was able to make enough money to make my car payment, and making comparisons of how the money you've made has changed your life, because it's really it's stories that sell versus just facts that just tell.